Afternoon guys. So today you don't find me in Qatar. I've hopped over to Dubai and I'm here for a very special reason. Um, so first of all, this is the furthest I've been away from home on my own, and yeah, it's I've never been on an aircraft on my own before, and I've never been to the airport on my own before. So these are galactic steps for me. Um, you may not understand, but I am a massive ship freak, not just a balloon freak. And I last saw this particular ship 24 and a half years ago. And she's here in Dubai as a luxury hotel, and I'm sure already you've guessed who she is. I'm a bit lost for words at the moment. I actually cannot believe I'm here. There she is. 24 and a half years since I've seen her. She looks so much smaller from what I can remember. Of course, I was only a little 8-year-old myself. But wow, here she is, as a floating hotel in Dubai. She was bought by Dubai in 2007, then Cunard decommissioned her a year later, and she left Southampton for the final time on the 11th of November 2008. And I can still remember the night very, very clearly. That was the night all my shippy memories came flooding back to me. She wasn't the only ship that I saw that day in Southampton on the 24th of July 1998. She was there alongside SS Norway, the old ex-SS France. And SS Norway, ex-France, was at the time the longest ocean liner in the world. And luckily my mum and dad, we were having a family holiday in Bournemouth at the time, and mum and dad said, let's go and see the two ships together. And this is where the story has brought me, bringing back so many memories. There she is. As I said, it's been 24 and a half years since I last saw her, and it looks as though she's being very well looked after here, certainly on the outside. But yes, I've got butterflies in my stomach. I know it's silly, some of you may not even understand, but this is the root of my shippiness. She was the reason why I became interested in ships. Her and of course SS Norway, who is no longer here. She was scrapped in 2008, just as QE2 was decommissioned and retired to Dubai, where she is now. So I'm hopefully going to go inside and get some interior shots and stuff like that, but I am just in awe that she's here. She could well have been scrapped had Dubai not bought her, and that's the thing I need to keep reminding myself, is the fact that she probably would have been scrapped and she probably would have followed Norway's fate had she not been bought by Dubai. So I'm about to go inside, something that I never thought I would ever do. Go inside this legendary ocean liner who, as I say, is retired and become a floating hotel here. So let's go. I cannot believe I'm stepping inside QE2, whom I saw when I was 8 years old. And there's the legendary staircase. Oh, she still smells so oldie weldy. To imagine how many famous people walked down these stairs and went to dinner and danced the night away. Oh, I can't explain the smell. It's a pleasant but sort of musty, old-fashioned type smell. Amazing to be in here. I'm shaking if you can't tell on the camera. So let's explore. And of course there's the portrait of our late great Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh. Just like Queen Mary 2, QE2 was littered with different models of previous Cunard ships. This was RMS Coronia, nicknamed the Green Goddess. There are a few others in the hotel lobby, which is not the silver building which you can see through the windows. All the original artworks I think are in there as well, so they're protected whilst not in the ship. As I said before, QE2 used to be dotted around with models of previous Cunard ships, and this is one huge model. If you think my cardboard Titanic model that I'm building at the moment, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and check it out. If you think that's big, yeah, this is much bigger. This probably wouldn't even fit in my bedroom. She is that huge. I reckon she's probably around 5 meters long, and it's nice to see that they haven't moved her or put her somewhere else where no one can see her. An absolute masterpiece of a model. Here we are in the chart room. I have no idea how many of these fixtures are original. I imagine they probably aren't original, but still it's lovely to see so many people walking up and down the corridors, and of course this famous corridor here. Amazing. I'm still pinching myself that I'm actually here. Of course we find the controversial, well, in this country, controversial casino where all the slot machines are turned off. Well, they're on, but you probably can't use them. So think how many people were playing on these things and either losing or gaining much money. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling to know that these will never be touched again either. And there's the proof. It says display only. I'm out on the boat deck now, and there's her iconic funnel. Looks like you can't go any further at the moment than that, but I'll maybe see if I can get over there, and I'll even give her a hug and a kiss for you, Patsy. How about that? I'm just going to proceed down here, see how far I can get. It's weird how I think this floor is quite spongy. I'm pretty sure it's not original, and I'm pretty sure this isn't original either, but we're just going to go with it. She's still here. I've managed to see her. That's all that matters to me at the moment. Yes, I'm a bit aggrieved that she's over here in Dubai when she should have stayed in Southampton, because she was the last British ship built. Clydebank up at Greenock, but she's still here, and that's all that matters. And as I said, that's what I've got to keep reminding myself of. She's still here. And there you have it. There is the Burj Khalifa, which I believe is 3,108 foot high. And there we have it. There is her iconic stern, which Queen Mary 2 is modelled after, I believe. But only QE2's funnel is about the height of, or is about half the height, sorry, of Queen Mary 2's top deck. So we owe a lot to this little girl. Well, she's not little, but you know what I mean. If it weren't for QE2 being around, maybe Queen Mary 2 wouldn't be around right now, and there wouldn't be any ocean liners left. There would all be floating box hotels, which, to be fair, they actually are in retrospect. It looks as though I can walk down to the lookout area over the bow, so I'm just gonna walk down here and see how far I can get. Even though this is a very rubberized floor, it's still quite slippy, so I'm gonna take it slow. So inside this building here, that's actually shaped like a ship, is all her artwork, her ship's bell, all the precious treasures really that were inside. Most of them have been taken out of her, probably for conservation purposes. There is actually quite a few people on board at the moment, and my Uber driver, who has been absolutely fantastic, I'll explain more about him later, actually says that he delivers about 3 or 4 people here a day. So she is quite popular, which is really, really good news to hear, because hopefully she'll be around for a lot longer. So I bought this t-shirt only about 3 weeks ago from eBay. I said I was going to save it for a special occasion. Well, can't ask for a more special occasion than this. The actual QE2 ship on my shirt, and I'm on the actual ship for the first time in my life. Shame she's not an ocean-going liner, but as I say, she's still here. Unfortunately, it looks like I can't go any further. Patricia Dempsey, who people may know as Liner Lovers, used to go up there, and she used to kiss QE2 just underneath the bridge. So as I can't do that today, Patsy, what I'll do is I'll kiss her here for you. Okay? Mwah. Managed to find a open stateroom, and I'm just going to do a quick video, because I'm pretty sure I should be doing this. Possibly original safe. Very sumptuous bed. Bathroom. Bit dark. I think this is a private balcony. Perhaps. This would have been an area that I would have frequented quite a lot if I was on board. Certainly on Queen Mary 2, me and Patricia Dempsey have frequented the Golden Lion, but just glad that I've actually seen inside the Golden Lion that was on QE2. Just casually having a Coke in the old Golden Lion. Well, I'll never get to do it again, will I? Yes, it was expensive, but you only live once. My visit to QE2 is almost at an end. I need to catch a flight back to Qatar in the next 3 hours, and I want to be there nice and early because I have no idea where I'm going to be going yet. So I shall just walk down here, see if I can get, yes, the Queen's room. Wow, I'm so glad that I found this place. I didn't think I'd be able to get to it because paying guests only and all that, but I'm actually in the Queen's room. As I say, think of how many people, famous people, danced the night away in here when she was thriving with life. Very humbling to have been able to get on board Queen Elizabeth II today. So I guess that's it. It's a shame I couldn't get to the bow. Shame I couldn't get to the lookout area, but very happy to have been able to walk down these once famous corridors and have a look at the Queen's room, of course. Right, so I'm going to go and catch my Uber and say goodbye to the old girl. 24.5 years and just a very quick fleeting visit, but just more than enough. Hope you've enjoyed the video. This is me signing off from Hotel QE2. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did visiting her. Seeing her after all these years. Catch you on the next one, guys. Had to get this just before I leave. not many ships around these days where you can actually see the camber as the decks go upwards. Ocean liners of the past are not built like this now. Of course, I couldn't leave without getting that famous video of how high the staircase is. As I say, imagine how many people used to climb these steps every day when she was in service. It's time to leave. I actually don't want to leave, but I have to. Maybe one day I will come back and stay aboard. But for now, QE2, I have to say goodbye again. Hopefully it won't be another 24.5 years. Of course, by then I'll probably be around 55, if my maths are right. I don't even know if that's right. But yes, time to leave the old gal. Very emotional, but just glad that she's still around. And there are people actually interested and learning about her legacy and her future. So yeah, very happy to have been able to visit, and thank you very much for the opportunity, Qatar, because otherwise I probably would never have come here. So thank you. It's finally time to say goodbye. And as I said, hopefully it won't be another 24.5 years before I see her again. I bid you the best future ahead of you, QE2. I hope you are a prosperous business and you never see the death sands of Alang, where SS Norway was taken apart and scrapped. So, goodbye my love. Thank you for allowing me to visit you today, and yeah, just lost beyond words how I was able to get here by myself. I've never flown a plane on my own before. I've never been this far away from home on my own before. And yeah, as cliche as it sounds, I'm very proud of myself, but I don't like to toot my own horn, so I'll leave it at that. So goodbye QE2, and thank you. Here is some of her original artworks. As I said, they're in the lobby area of the hotel, possibly to keep them safe. But yes, here we are. This is some of her original artworks that adorned the staircases on board.